qualifying high jumper since 2010. She's only the 7th state qualifying high jumper in the history of the Hoffman track program, and by earning this medal at state, she became just the 4th high jump state medalist in school history. What makes the accomplishment even more impressive is that Faith is only a sophomore. So the question she asked me as a freshman whether she could someday make it to state, I think we answered it sooner than both of us expected. But through her hard work, her determination, and her commitment to improvement, she's already established herself as one of the best high jumpers in the state of Illinois. Okay. So with that, I give you Faith Boss.
All right, and then finally, we're going to go on to Fremd Badminton. Back for what seems like his yearly visit here to the board meeting is Bob Hansen, from high school badminton coach. Bob is a special education and PE teacher at Fremd High School, who's just completed his 26th year as the head badminton coach at Fremd. During his tenure, Fremd has captured 14 IHSA state trophies, including 4 state championships. And Bob is also a proud District 211 graduate. Bob.
Thank you very much. It's always good to be back here. That's our goal every year, and we accomplish it again. I'd like to say a special thanks to Mr. Langer, our principal. I know that badminton's not one of the top 3, top 4 sports like football, basketball, baseball, track and field, all those, but you would not know that with the support that we get from Mr. Langer. He is our biggest fan down at state. He comes to our meets, and he makes us really feel part of the program, and he really shows his appreciation of our hard work, of what our girls put into it. So we want to, as a team, we want to thank you. Also, if my badminton parents could stand up, I'd appreciate it. Get me recognized. Without their dedication to their daughters, our program wouldn't be where it is today. It's not like the girls can go hit a birdie up in the air by themselves. They've got to go do specialized training, and they start at a very young age, and they can't get there without their parents and the support that you guys provide them, and the support and the love that I see that you pour out at our meets, supporting your daughters. It's a good feeling as a coach to know that they're well taken care of. So thank you. We have 10 players on the team, but to be honest with you, once that last final is done at Fremd High School, I have no idea where they go. They're everywhere across seas. They're at HOSA. There's another HOSA event going on, international, something like that. But the 3 that are here, we are going to take care of them. Our sophomore, Shira Karthik, come on. Shira's got a lot of potential. You'll probably see her back here the next 2 years. She's a singles player for us, and she's keeping our tradition alive of Fremd Badminton. Might as well introduce them as the doubles partners. These 2 girls right here got 5th place at state. That's Rhea Malagaretti. And Sophie Zhao. As I tell them, it's always an honor to be their coach. It's amazing how many other things that these girls are involved with. We've got orchestra, we've got math team, we've got HOSA, we've got debate team. I mean, I can't even list all the events and all the activities that are in. So for them to still put time in and be such elite athletes as they are is pretty remarkable. We don't always have a full practice because somebody is somewhere at another time. But when they are at practice, they're working hard, and I really do appreciate the work that they come. And another special thing is these 2 girls, Sophie and Rhea, have been here 4 years in a row, and they have 4 trophies, state trophies underneath their belt. Good. So that's pretty impressive. So thank you.
If we could have the College Now students for the next recognition, could you line up where the other athletes had lined up? Thank you.
And as students, if you can just hold, typically we would allow you to be seated by now, but thank you to the team and thank you parents and families for being here. we are going to get through the college now, and then we will take pictures. So we'll take a small break. As they are getting lined up, beginning the fall of 2025 school year, the partnership with District 211, 214, and 220 took place with Harper College as it relates to the College Now process, which allows students to receive their associate's degrees as juniors, starting their junior and senior year. And so we are very excited to announce this first cohort of College Now students. I'll turn it over to Mr. Shoemaker and Ms. Michelle Napier, as we recognize our first cohort of College Now students.
Thank you so much, Dr. Campbell. We are very excited. Usually we recognize students at the end of a season, and this time tonight we get to recognize students at the beginning of their season. And as you mentioned, that season is going into their junior year of high school and into a program called College Now, in which in 2 years they will earn both a District 211 diploma and an associate's degree from Harper College. So we are very excited to be able to celebrate the start of your journey and honor you tonight. And so as I call your name, you're going to get a certificate from our Director of College and Career Readiness, Ms. Napier, and then a pennant from Harper College. Our first student tonight is Chris Jenya Arakia Suresh. Our next student is Jacqueline Arroyo. Jonathan Basili. Shannon Cohen. Ashley Garcia. Jordan Carly Albino. Zara Kawari. Carly Manning. Evelina Omachenko. Michelle Raza. And Emma Viziri. Congratulations again, first cohort.
All right. Thank you all. We're going to take a quick pause. So the first group of athletes are already on, the risers, board members, and staff, administrator staff of the teams. Please join us for a photo, and then we'll switch out our groups. Great opportunity if you also want to get photos.
We're going to let our parents who are grown-ups have things to do. People who have things to do are free to leave. We do need to move on with the portion of our meeting, so you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to enjoy life outside of these walls. If that's what you'd like to do, it's totally up to you. The next item on our agenda are the very important recognition of our Booster Club parents and presidents. So we're going to move on to that item. If you're more than welcome to stay, if you'd like to do that. I'm going to make my way to the podium. I have some certificates to distribute to those very important Booster Club parents.
As Vice President Cavill is making her way to the podium, I just want to state, we did the honors of our students as we typically do, but as we close out a school year, I want to send a special thank you and appreciation to our Booster Club and our clubs for our athletes and arts and all that our parents do. We cannot do this without you. Thank you for the partnership, and we want to recognize the work that you've done this evening, Ms. Cavill.
Thank you so much. We're going to start with the Pirate Booster Club. Now, I'm sure that I've heard that there are lots of people enjoying a wonderful vacation at the moment, so we're just going to see who's here and who's not. They're all very important regardless. So my first recognition is for the Pirate Booster Club co-presidents, Betsy Garzulu and Maria Bunaveski. Wonderful. It's nice to meet you. Good evening. As Palatine High School entered its 150th year, the Pirate Booster Club was active in holding a variety of fundraisers, including its annual craft fair and a variety of dine-in shares. Under the leadership of Betsy, finishing her second year, and Maria in her first year, the group has continued providing opportunities, including hosting post-prom and offering multiple scholarships to graduating pirates. So thank you so much. Maria, thank you, and Betsy. Thanks again. Okay, next we have Palatine Parents Music Club, President Jennifer Krieg. Okay, I'm going to read the remarks about this person anyway. Started in 2023 by 4 PHS band mothers, the Palatine Parents Music Club has worked to offset the cost associated with becoming a musician, allowing students from every background to find a passion for music. Their mission to support the students, directors, and families of the music department at Palatine High School in their goal of achieving the highest standards of music education and music performance, facilitate musical enrichment for the student membership of Palatine High School's music department, to promote the value of music and the important role that music plays in the cultural, intellectual, and social life of our community. Their work is much appreciated. Let me just move here. Okay. Next we have Fremd Viking Boosters President Jen Riddle. Is Jen here? Oh, wonderful. Through a variety of events and sponsorships, the Fremd Viking Boosters have been able to sponsor more than 10 scholarships, while also providing support for events such as the Green and Gold Gala, multiple staff appreciation lunches, and the school's post-prom. The Viking Boosters have continued to additionally balance support between the academic and activity support. Thank you so much for your work. Okay. Next we have Fremd Music Association President Jim Thielsen. Is Jim here tonight? Okay. Hopefully they're somewhere warm. Through fundraising campaigns like cookie and butter braid sales, as well as the annual Marchathon, the Fremd Music Association provides support to ensembles of FHS. With the funds they raise, the FMA builds props for the Viking Marching Band Field Show and cover uniform cleaning and repairs. They also provide hospitality for events like the annual Jazz and Java. They also provide scholarships to several graduating seniors. Through their work and dedication, music programs continue to flourish at Fremd. Their work is much appreciated. Okay, next we have Conant Boosters, Presidents Christina Zalak. Yes? Zajak, excuse me. No. The Conant Boosters create a solid piece of the Conant community puzzle by working to support hospitality events, post-prom activities, the freshman kickoff, as well as the Cougars in Need. Additionally, they have ensured that school spirit is visible throughout the halls and the stadium of CHS by providing banners and signs. The Conant Boosters not only welcome the students in to start their high school journey through assistance with the freshman kickoff, they send the students off at the end through senior sunset. That work is appreciated. Okay, let's see. We have Conant Band Parents Club, President Muli Gupta. Is Muli here? Okay, and President Debbie Lipka. Is Debbie here? No. Okay. We must first acknowledge the final year of Debbie Lipka, who has finished her second year as president and third as part of the club's leadership team. Under her leadership, the club has continued to grow while fulfilling their mission to increase awareness of the importance of music programs within Conant High School. One of the largest ways CBPC has done this is through a variety of fundraising programs which provide support for students within the band programs. Thank you, Conant Band Parents. Okay, do the shuffling. Let's see where we're at. Okay, yes. All right, next we have Saxon Booster Club President Dawn Holzer. Is Dawn here? Yes. Wonderful. Through a variety of activities, including the club's annual craft fair, business partnerships, and Dine to Donate fundraisers, the Saxon Booster Club has continued to provide the same excellent support to SHS that it has for more than 55 years. The Saxon Boosters provided support for prom and post-prom activities, as well as provided a number of scholarships to graduating seniors. They prove that they are a strong piece of the SHS motto, "We are SHS." Thank you for all your work. Schaumburg Band Boosters, President Michelle Picture. Is Michelle here? Okay. This year, Schaumburg music students embarked on a trip to perform at multiple venues throughout New York City. This trip, as well as the regular performance obligations of the SHS bands, would not be possible without the dedication and fundraising abilities of the Schaumburg Band Boosters. The Boosters provide the support through working on the marching band uniforms during the off-season and fundraising through events such as Bandorama and Jazz and Joe. Through their work, students can continue to benefit from the enjoyment of music education regardless of financial abilities. Thank you to President Michelle. Okay, next is the Hawks Booster Club, President Pam Conway. Is Pam with us? Wonderful. Pam is finishing her 4th year as the club's president, and she will be returning next year for her 5th term. Yay. During this past year, the club held their annual trivia night, Dine to Donate events, and sponsorship, which has allowed them to provide for the students of HEHS. Along with scholarships for students, the Hawks Boosters awarded the annual Teresa L. Bush Hawk Pride Award, recognizing seniors, promoting positive spirit and participation in activities, athletics, school, in the classroom. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, I believe that's the end. I think, let me just double check that we're shuffling my cards. We have Jessica Alsberger. Hold on just a moment. Let's see here. Okay, I have a certificate and no remarks prepared for Jessica Augsburger, Hoffman Estates High School Music Parents Association. Yes.
Is she here?
Okay. Right, let me just double check then. We're at the end. Okay. All right, I think everybody is here who's been recognized. So thank you again, all Booster Club presidents. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Booster Club, I'm just going to ask, don't move because you too have to do a photo. But we're going to move to those that excel, those who excel. All right, I get the honors of announcing are those who Excel Award recipients. If you are not familiar, that is the state recognition for teachers and other staff in a variety of categories in which they look at all of the districts, and I'm looking at all the smiling, I see the faces. This is just a very exciting time because we often, as I stated, we recognize our students, but the work that our students display are supported by our staff in many fashions that go beyond our teachers. So at this time, I want to recognize are those who excel winners. Barry Van Duzandi. Mary here. Okay, we're still gonna read. And I should recognize Mary. Mary is at Higgins, and it's stated, anyone who walks in the front door of Higgins Education Center is greeted by Mary. She has been with District 211 for 13 years, where she has worked as the administrative clerk and proved to be an incredible asset. She is known for providing exceptional customer service to families and students, ensuring every interaction is done with care, professionalism, and respect. According to Administrator Jessica Orsted, what sets Mary apart is her kindness and willingness to help others. She received the ISBE Award of Special Recognition. All right, Detective Martin Vanderhoek. Here he comes. This is what the safety and security for our district is all about. Detective, come on up front. Hello. You're welcome. During the past 4 years, Powhatan Police Detective Martin Vanderhoek has protected the halls of Fremd High School as the assigned school resource officer, if you know as SROs. At Fremd, Detective Vanderhoek is his visible presence, mentoring students, and collaboration with staff promotes the school safety in a positive climate. He has helped to refine emergency protocols, led training sessions, and coordinate with community partners to enhance our students' experiences and the support at the school. Science teacher Kelly Flores said that he consistently models professionalism and integrity, as his approachable nature makes him a trusted figure for both students and staff. Martin's commitment to equity and student success shines through the respect and care he shows every member of our community, ensuring each student feels safe, valued, and supported. He is receiving the ISBE Award of Special Recognition. Congratulations. All right, Bridget Kane. Bridget Kane. Bridget Kane has spent 12 years of her career at District 211 providing students care at Conant High School in the role of Student Services Director, where she has, according to Principal Novak, who is enjoying some sun, I'm sure, right now, exemplified the belief that every student deserves access to high-quality education that nurture both academic and personal growth. Assistant Principal Jeanette Adrell stated, "The impact of Mrs. Kane's leadership reaches beyond the walls of our school. She is a visible, trusted presence within our district and community, representing the very best of educational leadership. She supports her fellow administrators, collaborates with community resources, and participates in district-wide projects that advance our commitment to equity and student wellness. Her influence is lasting because she leads not from authority, but from authentic care." She is receiving the ISBE Award of Special Recognition also. Congratulations. Jessica Martinez Quintero. All right. Jessica is a school social worker at North Campus and is dedicated to professionals whose commitment to supporting students and families make a meaningful difference in our school community. Through her dedication, professionalism, and genuine care for others, she positively impacts the lives of students each day. A tireless advocate for students and their families, she works relentlessly to connect with them and support the opportunities to ensure that all students thrive. She is also receiving the ISBE Award of Special Recognition. Okay, I know Braulio Mural is here. I've seen him. Come on up. Two years ago, Braulio Mural walked into Schaumburg High School as the Saxon's newest choir director. At Schaumburg High School, Mural supports a music program where students can participate, lead, create, and perform in ways that reflect their identities and aspirations. He believes music education should provide students with meaningful opportunities to express themselves, explore new ideas, and develop skills that extend beyond the classroom. Music Department Chair Vincent Intendio described Braulio as a thoughtful educator who demonstrates exceptional pedagogical insight and care for his students. Principal Tom Mocon stated that Braulio embodies what it means to have an educator who truly excels. His passion, creativity, and compassion have left a lasting mark on our students, staff, and the community. He is receiving the ISBE Award of Excellence. Congratulations. All right, I'm looking around for Mr. David Ligman. Oh, okay, all right. I will state, Mr. David Ligman, for almost 25 years, he is the automotive director and teacher at Hoffman Estates High School. As an automotive technology teacher, he has not only earned his master's in ASE certification, but he is certified in the Hoffman Estates automotive program as well, ensuring the highest quality for his students. With this status, he was able to set up a dual credit agreement, helping hundreds of students earn college credits while still in high school. He's a former student, or one of the former students from Ligman stated that he has helped students grow in ways that they would never forget, adding that Ligman continues to support the students' journey into the automotive industry. A fellow teacher stated that colleagues trust Ligman because he's prepared, fair, and unforgivingly student-centered. Earlier this year, ISB Teacher of the Year Committee selected David Ligman as one of the finalists and ultimately named him Cook County Co-Regional Teacher of the Year. So we want to give a huge, huge applause for him. All right. The next two teams were nominated by the district in their respective categories. However, due to an overwhelming number of nominations at the state level, as well as the recent removal of the team category, no awards were given from the state. However, that's not how we do here at District 211. So we would be remiss if we didn't take a moment to recognize the groups and them being selected as district nominees. All right, Rotary Club of Schaumburg, come on up, and Hoffman Estates. No one's here? All right, well, I'm going to read this anyway. For more than a decade, the Rotary Club of Schaumburg Hoffman Estates has supported students at Hoffman, Conant, and Schaumburg High Schools through scholarships. Today, that support comes through Operation Toolkit, which provided automotive students with the tools they needed to begin their careers. As Hoffman Estates Principal Mike Arthur shared, these scholarships have a meaningful impact, helping students take an important step toward their future goals. Give that team a round of applause. All right, the Palatine Professional Development Council. Nobody is moving behind me. All right, last but not least, the Palatine Professional Development Council has helped make learning at Palatine High School more collaborative, relevant, and teacher-driven. By elevating educator voice and expertise, the council has strengthened professional growth and teaching across the building. In the founding year of the Professional Development Council's work, faculty reported a 13-point positive increase in the 5 essential survey in the category of quality professional development. You guys might not understand that number, but I'm going to say a 13-point increase in a survey is a big deal. It's a big deal. It displays a larger perspective of the growth that took place school-wide. Palatine Multilingual Department Chair Seju Jain said, "The work of Professional Development Council exemplifies collaboration, innovation, and a deep commitment to professional growth. They have elevated the quality of professional learning in our building and have positively influenced teaching and learning across all departments." So let's give this team a round of applause. Although the state took away that category, we recognize you this evening. Congratulations. All right, Booster Club and those who excel recipients, please meet us over on the risers and we will get a picture.
We're going to move on with the business portion of our meeting. The next item on the agenda will be public comments, but before we do that, I don't like to waste words, but at the same time, these recognitions always remind me of something. Our schools really reflect our communities, and you know, judging by that reflection that we see, we get the privilege of seeing every month for the recognitions from, you know, our involved parents and carers, our students, and all of our community members, our staff members. You know, I feel like we're really lucky. We're a really lucky community. So much appreciate everybody taking the time to be here tonight. And hopefully everybody else will all eventually be on vacation, right? But the next item on the agenda is, of course, public comments. The board welcomes your participation and values hearing from the community. Please remember this is a meeting of the board held in public, not a dialogue, so board members will not respond to or answer questions at this time. Comments should focus on school district matters, and to protect privacy, please do not mention or identify individual students. We ask everyone to speak with respect and civility so each voice can be heard. Vulgar, obscene, libelous language or interruptions will not be tolerated. If you have concerns about district staff or board members, please follow the district's communication protocols so that they can be addressed appropriately. Please note, this meeting is recorded and live streamed. It is being watched by people from across our community, including neighbors, staff, parents, and students. Therefore, we ask that you value the procedures and decorum of our meeting, being nice and respectful to those at the podium so that they may be heard. When I call your name, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. You may also choose to state if you are a resident of the district. You will have 3 minutes to share your comments. Please note that your time may not be given to another speaker. The timer on the display will guide you. If you'd like a response from the superintendent, please leave your contact information with Mr. Shoemaker. Thank you. The first name I have to call this evening is Sandra Rodriguez. And then if you could just pull the mic down, and that way, well, no, it's my ears that's the issue. I can't hear very well, thank you.
Okay, and to my level right here.
Yeah, wonderful, so we can hear you, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Sandra Rodriguez, and yes, I am a longtime resident of Palatine. I come.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Did I lose seconds?
No.
Okay, sorry. My apologies.
No.
I come before you tonight to bring to your attention a deeply painful and public omission that happened during the Palatine High School graduation ceremony on the evening of Sunday, May 17th at the Now Arena. At the very end of the ceremony, as the final names were being called, my child happily and nervously waited for his turn as he had rehearsed on the previous Friday morning at the mandatory graduation practice held at the high school. Although he was an add-on choosing the Palatine ceremony over his beloved alternative school, he was promised on Friday morning's practice by the director of special ed, the director of a school program that he grew to trust for all his 4 years at PHS, that not to worry, all will go well on Sunday evening as his name is correctly added to the end of the roster. I also received a phone call that Friday morning from the special ed director promising to me that all the arrangements were made to include my son for this very important milestone. At the very end of the ceremony, my son waited at the top of the steps ready to cross the stage. But there was hesitation at the audio and at the microphones, and he stopped. At this point, as my son started to turn away in embarrassment and disappointment, which can be seen on the official video off to the side, thankfully, the school vice principal encouraged him and waved him on to continue up the steps and walk the stage. He walked across the stage, and his name was omitted. His name was not read aloud by microphone, as he was promised after all. A silence fell over the arena. We watched from our seats, and our jaws dropped as we waited for his name to be said. Instead, it was complete silence. We froze in disbelief as we watched our graduate walk. A tear went down the cheek of his brother, class of 2024. My point is that it happened publicly, in front of hundreds of people. It is a profound humiliation that my child, as an IEP student, did not earn and did not deserve. His milestone moment erased. He did the silent walk. He was brave. While we cannot go back in time and redo the evening, we can control how the district handles honest human error mistakes. Private emails were plenty between the school principal, the superintendent, and I, emails going back and forth since that evening, and a few phone calls. Internal repairs were put in place. Ceremony programs were reprinted with corrections to the spelling of his name. These were dropped off to me. There is an attempt right now to edit the official video with an add-in voiceover. I believe it is already completed. We appreciate and thank the school administration for these internal efforts, including just recently I received a written email apology addressed to my son. I thank you for these, truly I do. Nevertheless, the healing of a public hurt is what I still humbly request here tonight. Because this mistake was witnessed by the entire Palatine community in attendance and in front of all his peers, I am requesting for a formal public apology from District 211 administration to my child. Accountability is an important value that we teach our children. No child left behind is the well-known motto. Accountability, a value. I ask the board to please help us to prove and help those words be true by publicly validating my child's hard work, his 4 years as a special ed student, showing true accountability and accounting for this error somehow. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. The next speaker we have listed here tonight is Keith Burke. Is Keith here? Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Keith Burke. My family and I, we back up to Hoffman Estates High School, and we've been there for 27 years, so we've been there a long time. We've witnessed a lot of games and all the excitement, but there's an issue that I think should be brought up, that we haven't had an issue for 20-some years. It's just been in the last couple of years, and I'm not even sure that the board even knows what's going on. So I just wanted to say a couple things of my issue, and I have a little printout here. We wake up every morning about 7:20 with the loudspeaker on the football field playing hip-hop music. I can hear it in my bedroom. And I think no one is monitoring the volume that comes out of that. It's on the home side. The speakers face the community, and you can go out to our street and hear it all up and down the street, okay? It's not, that's one of the issues. My other issue is the content. I don't think anyone is monitoring the content. It's a radio station that's playing along with all the commercials. So whatever the radio station plays, that's what these kids, it's just football practice. There's only a handful of kids on the field. And even during the year, the music that's played, there's only a handful of kids. There's no one in the bleachers, right? So my issue is I think someone should monitor the decibel. I mean, I can stand on my deck and we can't even have a conversation because it's so loud. And some of the music that they play, I printed out some of the lyrics that have nasty lyrics, and I don't think, I mean, we got kids in the neighborhood. I don't think the F word should be every other sentence in some of this music that they play. So I just wanted to sort of bring it to everyone's attention. Maybe someone could get a decibel meter and monitor and have a limit to how loud it should be. But like I say, we haven't had an issue for 20 years. It's only been in the last couple of years where it seems like kids can just go up there and crank it as much as they want. You can hear it 2 blocks away. So that's my issue. I don't know if you guys want a copy of the lyrics.
Yes, please give that to Mr. Schumacher.
Yeah, this is just one of the songs.
we'll
I've got
make sure to get it.
videos. I mean,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you leave it with him, we'll make sure to get copies. Thank you. Mr. Thank you.
thank you for your time.
No, of course, thank you. We have Kristen Baker next on the list. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kristen Baker. This is now my 3rd meeting regarding the Schaumburg High School baseball fields. Schaumburg ranked #1 most in need in the district's own 2018 outdoor facilities study across every category. The district's own consultant said that Schaumburg needed the most attention of any school in District 211. 8 years later, the district has produced no inspection records, no performance testing results, and no post-construction evaluation confirming that the $187,000, $733 drainage system installed at Schaumburg in 2018 is functioning as designed. That means we paid $187,733 for a drainage system and no proof that it works. Last month, the board praised our boys for showing up and speaking up. Words need action behind them. Harper was said to be our backup to ensure that we had no more canceled games. When that email came out the next day, parents were excited at the potential progress that showed. However, the following week, Schaumburg was the only school in our conference to miss a game due to the water. Even Hoffman was able to host Conan. We lost another game. Harper sat empty. There was no plan in place. No process, no follow-through, just silence. Dr. Campbell, I know on many occasions you referenced that you've inherited the problem. Well, for lack of better terms. Inheriting is not the same as being absolved of solving it. Schumacher, who is still on our leadership team, respectfully, but I need to be direct, was in senior leadership since 2020. His institutional knowledge needs to be in the room for discussion, as the same issue you have inherited, you have direct knowledge here, and we're just not moving forward. This is what I'm doing tonight. I am asking and making a public record and good faith proposal. Dr. Campbell, I am asking for one productive working session together, not 3 minutes on a microphone. I am asking our superintendent, our assistant superintendent, director of facilities, the director of athletics, our Schaumburg athletic director, myself, and Heidi Tribus to come to one meeting, all of us with open hearts and open minds, removing the past with one goal, that together we can show, as the largest district in this state, the power that can happen when our community and our district work together for only the sake and safety of our student athletes. Please respond and have a date to us by June 30th so we can all move forward together. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. And we have a fourth name on the list, which is Mr. Lee Bennett.
Hello, Superintendent Campbell, Mr. Shoemaker, Vice President Cavill, Board, Staff, and Community. I'm Lee Bennett, an engineer with an MBA. A different question for today. Is dance a sport? I don't think so. Sports can trace its history back to our ancient need to hone our fight or flight survival skills. Wrestling and track are found in the ancient history of all major cultures. Many girls in secondary school have a different answer. When surveyed about what additional sports offerings they would like their school to provide, they write in various styles of dance. Dance has an even richer history than sport. It arose for a different purpose. Motion as an artistic expression. However, in the case of my personal study of dance, it did have a survival goal. Survival of my bride's toes during our wedding reception. Regulations of collegiate sports allow dance and dance-like activities to be converted into a sport by creating a scoring system. As a numbers guy, I find the complexity of scoring the interesting part of watching figure skating with my wife. Apparently, my spreadsheet brethren have created reasonable scoring systems, with the notable exception of Olympic breakdancing. Scorekeeping allows the staging of competitive events, but may not be necessarily an improvement to the underlying activity. Dance is an athletic activity that girls want, boys not so much. Both sport and dance fit well under the larger athletics classification. Our schools provide similar coaching instruction, medical, and transportation services for all of these athletic activities. When considering the Title IX principles for high schools, does it really matter whether dance is a sport or not? The largely female participation in the non-sport athletic activities is fair in the context of more males choosing competitive sports. Both sport and dance provide developmental challenges that high schoolers need. Let's let the students decide their extracurricular activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who did not get a chance to sign up who would like to make public comment? Seeing none, I thank you. And the next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. So I move that the consent agenda be approved as presented. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda are informational items. The Freedom of Information Act request. This is an information item. Any comments or questions? Okay. The next item is the 2026-2027 tentative budget, IMRF, Social Security Working Cash Funds. Again, this is an information item. Are there any questions or comments? Okay. And the third in this section, strategic plan update, energy conservation. Again, this is an information item. Are there any comments or questions from my fellow board members about this item? I am very interested to read about the solar array and the work being done on that. I'm excited to see more information as that continues to go forward. So thank you for the work on that and the information provided. Okay, that brings us to new business and approvals. I move that the Board of Education approve the attached resolution authorizing Chief Operating Officer, CSBO Lauren Hummel, as the Township High School District 211 IMRF authorized agent effective June 19th, 2026, as submitted by Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye. Motion passes. Next, I move that the Board of Education approve Blue Cross and Blue Shield to provide claims administration services for medical, prescription drugs, dental, and utilization review, and further to purchase 125% aggregate stop-loss insurance and specific stop-loss insurance from Blue Cross and Blue Shield at a level of $350,000 for PPO plans and $150,000 for HMO plans, as submitted by Helen Miller, Director of Insurance and Group Benefits, and Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a roll call? May I have a second, please?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. Next up, I move that the resolution authorizing intervention and proceedings before the State Property Tax Appeal Board be approved as presented. May I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Again, these are, the information is attached, but these are generally in cases of commercial property tax appeals and seeking an relief or refunds in excess of $100,000. You can see the information there. Barring no other discussion, may I have a roll call, please? Or, excuse me, this is an information item. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Request for proposal, solar energy. Yes, action. So this is going to be in two parts. First, I move that the Board of Education approve the installation of a solar photovoltaic, I practiced, array at Conant High School with Verde Solutions in an amount not to exceed $2 million, altogether with 5% contingency fund allocation for unforeseen conditions and fees, and authorize the administration to execute the contract with Verde Solutions and apply for all applicable solar energy renewable credits, rebates, and federal incentives associated with the project as submitted by Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and Ricky Sparks, Director of Facilities and Purchasing, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
This is open for discussion. Are there any questions or comments from the board members about the solar array? I would ask just for a few cursory overview comments from Ms. Hummel, if that's acceptable, about the overview of the project.
Can you come to the, thank you.
Thank you. We are very excited to bring this recommendation. We worked together with our energy advisors to develop the RFP and to go through that process. They were very pleased. I think they had one of the highest turnouts for this RFP process with 19 companies interested. And I believe we had 8 that ultimately submitted an RFP. So the array will be at Conant High School. It is over a majority of the roof line. It's our newer roof lines that can support the array for the duration of the remaining roof life. We expect to have about a $3.1 million savings over the 25-year life of the array, and there's information that's included in the report with regard to the timeline, but we expect that this will be installed and up and running by September of next year. We're also very excited that there's a lot of educational opportunities that are provided to us through this vendor. They provide us with, they're actually involved in some curriculum development and have offered to provide resources to us if those should be able to be used within our classrooms. They provide us with some monitors that can be placed throughout the school that has the software so that students are able to see the savings that is being generated and understand more about the great things that the array is providing. And they're also offering some scholarships to our students for a 20-year period. So that's amazing as well. So we're excited to get this started, and just another effort in our sustainability improvements that we're looking to make throughout the district.
Thank you. And I agree. It's very exciting.
Thank you.
Second opportunity for discussion, questions, or comments? Okay, barring none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Lopez,
Aye.
Miss Russell,
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke,
Aye.
Miss Cavill,
Aye. Motion passes. Second part, I move that the Board of Education further approve the superintendent or designee to make a payment to Verde Solutions in an amount not to exceed $200,000 prior to June 30th, 2026, and to satisfy the federal investment tax credit, ITC safe harbor requirements, and preserve the district's eligibility for available federal solar tax credit incentives. The superintendent or designee is further authorized to execute any necessary agreements, documents, and procurement actions related to the safe harbor payment and acquisition of project equipment required to secure such federal incentives as submitted by Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and Ricky Sparks, Director of Facilities and Purchasing, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Okay. No discussion then, so we'll move on to a roll call, please.
Mr. Van Dyke,
Aye.
Miss Russell,
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez,
Aye.
Miss Cavill,
Aye. Motion passes. Next up, we have the Google migration. I move that the District 211 Board of Education approve the migration to Google Services in the amount of $65,620 as submitted by Gary Gorson, Chief Technology Officer, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Dr. Campbell, I believe that this is important because it's eliminating a significant amount of redundancy. Is that correct?
Correct.
In source
So,
systems?
one, I will start. Thank you, Vice President Cavill, for giving me the opportunity to speak about the migration. As a district, one of the things we did early on during the fall was first conducted a survey and recognizing that we utilize 2 platforms as a school district. Most districts and all utilize 1 platform. So migrating to 1 platform will not only have a sufficient cost savings, but also efficiencies as it relates to our technology, for our academics, and also our operations. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
I'm assuming that not all of the staff are familiar with Google.
Yes.
Will there be professional development provided for everyone?
Yes. So there will be ongoing professional development opportunities, while also there will be office hours and a variation that is provided through the migration.
And if board members like me are not very good at Google, is there any possible training for us too?
Yes, that kind of goes to the workshop hours and the office hours that will be outlined at the proposal to provide that. And I'm looking back, is there anything additional? Okay, yes, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye. Motion passes. Next up, I move that the D211 Board of Education approve a contract renewal with Panorama Education for $129,720 as submitted by Dr. Danielle Hauser, Director of Student Services, and Josh Shoemaker, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Anybody like to make some comments? Panorama, we have been using now for a few years, and we've found it.
Well, I was
Mr.
gonna
Shoemaker, would you make a few comments as to the value of the Panorama survey and the way that we use it, please? Thank you.
Sure. The Panorama software package has 3 platforms which we utilize. One is called their Student Success Platform, and that's an opportunity for us to be able to put a lot of our separate student data together in one platform so we can get a holistic picture of the student from the grades to the behavior to the results on the survey. That's the first one. The second platform is the survey tool itself, which we facilitate with our students 3 times per year. It gives us very important information about what's going on in the schools, but also with our students. It also gives us the sense of belonging component for our district academic goal and strategic plan. And the third one is the strategies portion of Panorama. It actually gives us lesson plans and instructional activities that tie with the components of the survey that teachers could do in their classes.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Comments or questions from other board members? Okay, we'll have a roll call, please.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. I move that the D211 Board of Education approve a professional learning proposal from the Progress Center at the American Institute of Research to provide professional learning and consultation through the 2027-2028 school year at a total cost of $116,600, as submitted by Renee Erickson, Director of Special Education, and Josh Shoemaker, Assistant Superintendent for the Curriculum and Instruction, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion.
And I'll just hop in on this for the board and our community. This, again, is specialized professional development as we look at our special education teachers, and we know as we support students that need multi-tier systems, this is a specialized professional development specific for those group of educators to ensure that they are equipped to support the diverse needs of our students.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Okay, seeing no other comments or questions, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. Okay, the next item is also an action item. I move that we approve the Northwest Suburban Special Education Organization U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Resolution as presented. May I have a second, please?
Second.
So I will kind of interject. I'm not sure if this is for approval, but this was brought to the board last month as an item to determine if the board wanted to move forward as a collective to make the recommendation to NSSEO. So it may be more of, if, as you all look at the information and the resolution, if it is agreed upon, and that will be shared back with our representative of NSSEO, which is President Rosenblum, who will determine the next step for District 211 Board.
Okay. Forgive me, I'm just going to read it again. I want some clarity on it. So, yes. Okay, hold on just a second. I read the motion as presented, though. We'd have no issues with the specificity of the motion, right? Just checking. I don't have to make a correction to the motion that I read.
I don't know that there needs to be a motion or a vote made.
Okay.
Yes.
Because this is listed as an action item. Okay. Okay, so not having enough clarity, I move that we postpone this agenda item until July's meeting. Okay. Can I have a second?
Is that doable? When's their next meeting?
Yeah, their next meeting will be forthcoming. Here's what I will say. We could move forward with the motion, but it's not necessarily needed.
Okay. Okay, so just to clarify, we are giving our approval for NSSCO to bring forward the motion for vote in their board meeting. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm clear. Are we all clear about what we're yes or noing to then?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you need a second?
Let's go ahead and do a second. Sure.
Second.
Okay. All right. Are we all clear? We feel good about giving permission for NSSCO, yes or no, to put this up for a vote on their particular board, their next meeting? Okay. Can I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
No.
Ms. Cabell?
Aye. Okay, so that motion passes. So the next agenda item is an action item, and I move that the Board of Education approve the pre-approval form for future expense reimbursement for Stephen Rosenblum and Jane Russell to attend the IASB Joint Annual III Conference, November 20th to the 22nd, 2026. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Cabell?
Aye, motion passes. The next item here is potential topics for future discussion. The last time I checked with President Rosenblum, he had seen none. None were made, or none were given to him. I received none as well. Do any board members have anything to bring forward at this time? Okay, thank you. We're moving on to committee reports. First is NSSCO, and you can obviously see that Mr. Rosenblum was not able to be here this evening, but he has a written report that is attached in the agenda that we are more than welcome to read. So it's there. And that brings us to EdRed. Ms. Russell.
I also have a written report of the meeting, the general membership meeting that I attended in June. And there is also, since they reviewed the legislative session and the bills that were passed, there is an attachment or a link for you to go ahead and look at all of those things. There were too many to be named, so I thought if you, whatever your interest is, you could find what bills, well, of course, they need to be signed at this point, but many of them will go into use very quickly. They did have a Legislator of the Year award, Representative Daniel Deitich. He's from House District 59. And unfortunately, I was ill and not able to attend the EdRed Mini Summit. I did ask you for a reimbursement for travel, but I stayed in bed for the day. And there is a legislative breakfast coming up on August 7th, and I will be asking to be able to attend that. Otherwise, I have lots of notes if anyone has any questions.
Thank you. That brings us to IASB, the IASB report, Illinois Association of School Board report. And that's again, Ms. Russell.
Thank you. Just a reminder about the joint annual conference. Thank you for pre-approving our attendance at that. Just wanted to make a comment and a reminder that resolutions that are brought before the delegate assembly and I am your representative, the IASB representative as the delegate assembly person. That resolutions need to be completed by June 24th, I think it was the date. And there is a process, so if someone wants to write a quick resolution, it's got to go before the board, so. But as of this point, I've seen or heard of no resolutions. Same thing with constitutional changes. And then the information is provided about registration and fees. And I included the timeline for the resolutions, because once they all go in, they're reviewed by the committee, then they'll come back to our board, and you'll have to decide how you would want me as the delegate to the convention to vote on those specific resolutions. So I think that's it for that report.
Thank you. Brings us to facilities, and that's Mr. Van Dyke.
It is. We met a couple weeks ago. Our summer projects are underway and on schedule, which is good. Went over the solar system, not solar system, but our solar cells and the whole process, and had an opportunity to really ask some questions to the contractors and our team that are picking the contractors, and I think we're in a good place with that, so I'm excited about that as well. And then we spent a lot of time on the Schaumburg baseball field, and I've got a little cheat sheet here with a lot of information, and it's not an easy process by any means. MWRD, Midwest Water Reclamation District, I believe I got that right. They get involved when there's drainage, and we have drainage over at Schaumburg High School. So that group met with representatives here, and our engineering team, which is called Atwell, and they met on June 10th. MWRD indicated that any viable drainage improvement project will require, at minimum, an open space permit through them. And looking at the historical permit reviews, confirmed with the past work that similar drainage improvements at the high school required the same permitting. And as you may guess, working with MWRD, that's just not us moving forward with work. They're going to require us to get some permitting. And that adds 2 to 3 months to the planning and permitting schedule. So the timeline outlined for planning, design, and permitting is estimated at 11 months, not including construction. So in my mind, that's just like, I want to put an addition on my house, I've got to go through the village. I can't just do it. There's permits, there's tape, and that's apparent here, 11 months. The final options have not yet been determined or presented. We're going through the steps, all the different entities here, the Atwell, our engineering team, the Midwest Water Reclamation District. And so the next steps, they include a complete geotechnical investigation, storm sewer inspections, finalized engineering recommendations, and cost estimates. And then from there, that would be presented to the facilities committee. And then the facilities committee would then come up with a game plan and ultimately present it to the board with cost and the plan. So, as I said, it's a long process, and no one here, in my opinion, feels as though this isn't an issue. And there's been a lot of work done, and a lot of work that has to be done. And as I've outlined here, just that one entity, MWRD, their permitting adds 2 to 3 months. And for me, get it done, but 2 to 3 months, that's out of our control. And again, permitting, design, planning is estimated at 11 months, and that's not including construction. So it's a process, and we're involved with it, and it's in process. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that information. It's much appreciated. Okay. Moving on to communications and announcements. That brings us to Dr. Campbell, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you. Good evening again. It's hard to believe that this is the last board meeting for the 25-26 fiscal year, but I'm beyond excited about the days ahead as I share with you a few phenomenal things that I've had the opportunity to participate in since last month's meeting in May. We celebrated one of the most meaningful traditions in education, which is high school graduations. Across our district, commencement ceremonies were held to honor the class of 2026. Each ceremony was special in its own way, reflecting the unique character, accomplishments, and journey of our graduates and the history of each school while recognizing the united force we are as District 211. Palatine High School hosted the Excel Beyond graduation, founded and organized by our own former superintendent, Dr. Nancy Robb. This organization provides D211 students and families with resources and support as they transition to the next chapter, whether pursuing higher opportunities, entering the workforce, serving military, or exploring other opportunities. They remain committed to supporting our District 211 students. The ceremony was very humbling and inspiring to attend. First semester summer school is in full swing with over 4,200 students enrolled across the district. We have 2 semesters that take place as it relates to summer school, and our students and staff have embraced the opportunities for the summer learning provided, and it's been wonderful seeing the buildings back in action, filled with our students engaged in learning and dedicated to the meaningful learning experiences that are taking place. First semester, and I'm going to look to Mr. Shoemaker, ends next Wednesday. I keep wanting to end it on the Thursday. We started on a Wednesday, but it ends next Wednesday. And we will pick up second semester into July next Thursday. All right. Last week, I had the pleasure of participating in the Cook County Public Health Panel, where a collaborative discussion was held surrounding why restorative practices are essential to supporting the whole child and how this can be done, displaying itself as an asset for our education system. So restorative justice and restorative practices is something that you may not be familiar with, but will be something that District 211 will bring and explain and rise more to the occasion as we talk about supporting the whole child. Lastly, I will state while summer often provides an opportunity to slow down and recharge, important work continues across our district, and I'm grateful for our students, staff, our families, and our community members for their continued support and partnership as we prepare for another successful year. So thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. I appreciate that. That brings us to Board of Education updates. Yes, go ahead, of course.
So I wanted to say thank you again for being at the FREMD graduation. I was also the speaker on behalf of the board, and when I got to the stage, I thought, I don't think I've ever given a speech in this size arena before. I don't know how this is going to sound. I have no idea. And I didn't while I was giving the speech. And let me stop right there and say the speech writers are fantastic, and I appreciate it. It was as if it was my own voice. Somebody knew what I was going to say or needed to say. But anyway, I wanted to say thank you for that. But I did get on a messenger note, Facebook Messenger, I guess, from a family friend whose granddaughter actually graduated, and she said they could hear everything, and it was an absolutely beautiful and heartfelt speech. And so I felt very good about that, and I look forward to next year's graduation and hope that I can go to a couple of them again next year.
Does anybody else have anything to offer?
I just want to say I was also lucky enough to attend 2 of the graduation ceremonies for Schaumburg and, oh my gosh.
Was it
Palatine.
Palatine.
Yes, I like Schaumburg and Palatine. I was thinking of last year. And just to see all the students walk across the stage and giving them their cover diploma, it was just amazing. It's such an amazing feeling. Also, going back to summer school, and all of the sports camps that are happening right now, I have a group of girls that I've known since they were in 4th grade who are incoming freshmen who have fully embraced the basketball camps and the softball camps, and some of them are joining flag football. And as incoming freshmen, I think that is such a great opportunity for them to be able to participate in those camps before they even enter the high school. And they get to know and work with the coaches that they're going to be with, and they get to, experience the high schools. I know Hoffman right now doesn't have all of the basketball is at Conant. My daughter is going to be hopefully playing for Hoffman basketball, but summer school as well. I'll tell you, it was very challenging to get my middle schooler to get up to go to school and to go to summer school, because she's participating in the Project Excel program. She has gotten up all by herself every single day since day one, ready to get on the bus to go to school. She is having an amazing experience during summer school. And she talks about the teachers every day. She comes home and she talks about everything that they're doing. She's talking about all the friends that she's making, because, she goes to Jane Addams and only a very small students are going to Hoffman. So she's meeting all of these new people there. So I'm just very thankful of the staff that is at the summer school programs and all the students that are participating. They're all just very excited to start high school next year, and they're just they're starting off with great experiences. So I'm just very thankful, and I would just want to thank the staff that they're doing an amazing job, especially summer school. It's after teaching the whole year, teachers need that recovery time, and they're in it, and they're you could tell that they're dedicated for this, to the students, and they're there to help them just make that easy transition into high school. So very thankful for that.
Thank you. All right, anybody else?
Ms. Cavill, if I could just say, just to recognize the person behind the scenes who assisted with the writing, Mr. Patrick DeGeorge from our communications department, that's sitting behind you. So,
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Summer school is really important in this district. This is a very high-achieving school district. And we have, it's signified by the students that we had with us earlier here, not just athletics and academics, but you can graduate with a significant amount of college credit, dual credit programs, early career, now you can get an associate's degree. It is a very high achieving district, and the district's commitment to providing lots of different opportunities, even within a high pressure academic environment, requires the use of summer school sometimes. So students who really want to maximize their AP classes, students that want to maximize their opportunities in those dual credit programs and these other things that we have on offer, a lot of times they're able to do that and maintain an elective or two. It's really important not just to achieve in high school, but to really enjoy yourself and get to know yourself and know your peers, and a lot of that's through electives, and electives are really important too. And so summer school is really a big driver in our elective course enrollment. So students who are really interested in those high achieving pathways that require a lot of credit hours during the actual semester, that really want to save a space for music, for orchestra, for arts, for all of these other really important programs, they free up that space with summer school, and that does require the use of a lot of really dedicated staff. So I appreciate that. I echo the same comments. It's really, really important, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate that too. All right, the next item is upcoming events and calendar items. Those there are listed. The next Board of Education meeting is on July 16th. Please note the time change. They are shifting, okay? Meetings are shifting, so you see a start time there of 6:30 p.m. listed. That brings us to a review of closed session items. Okay, so.
can I make a
Yes, of
correction?
course.
It's listed for 6:30. It should be 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
thank
an
you.
error. It should be 6 o'clock. We will begin closed session, and then open session will begin at 7.
Okay, thank you. All right, so the next recommended action, the next action is to move into closed session. I do not believe we have any further business in closed session. If you agree with me, you would vote nay on moving into closed session. Okay, I move that the board enter closed session to discuss minutes of meetings lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act, appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, and security procedures, school building, safety and security, and the use of personnel and equipment to respond to actual, threatened, or reasonably potential danger to the safety of employees, students, staff, the public, or public property. May I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Lopez?
No.
Ms. Russell?
No.
Mr. Van Dyke?
No.
Ms. Cavill?
No, motion fails. Okay, let me move to our motions here. Bear with me while I get to the right place. Okay.
They're at the very bottom.
Yes, but it's easier for me to read the motions that are listed in the top, so I had to scroll up. Okay, so we have our closed session motions. First up is the acceptance of retirement requests. I move that the Board of Education, in accordance with the master contract of the United Support Staff, accept the retirement request effective December 2026 as presented, and in accordance with the District 211 Teachers Union, accept the retirement requests effective May 2030, as presented, as submitted by Helen Miller, Director of Insurance and Group Benefits, and Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. Okay. I move that effective July 1st, 2026, Allison Brand be appointed as Assistant Principal at Hoffman Estates High School at an annual gross salary of $143,500 as submitted by Kurt Tenneper, Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. I move that effective July 27th, 2026, Jessica Romero be appointed as Director of Insurance and Group Benefits at an annual gross salary of $130,000 as submitted by Kurt Tenneper, Assistant Superintendent for the Administrative Services, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. I move that effective July 1st, 2026, Dr. LaShonda Bilbo Irvin be appointed as Deputy Superintendent of Leadership and Learning at an annual gross salary of $220,805 as submitted by Kurt Tenneper, Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. I move that the Board of Education approve the annual review of safety plans, protocols, procedures, and school safety drills report, and authorize the superintendent or designee to complete and submit the required paperwork for the annual drill reviews and threat assessment records to the Regional Office of Education as submitted by Director of Administrative Services, Matthew Hildebrand, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lopez?
Aye.
Ms. Russell?
Aye.
Mr. Van Dyke?
Aye.
Ms. Cavill?
Aye, motion passes. Brings us to collective negotiations in the United Support Staff Union. I move that the board approve the terms of the tentative agreement reached between the Board of Education and the United Support Staff Union leadership effective July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2030, as submitted by Lauren Hummel, Chief Operating Officer, CSBO, and Kurt Tenneper, Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, and as recommended by Dr. Judith Campbell, Superintendent of Schools. May I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Van Dyke,
Aye.
Mrs. Lopez,
Aye.
Miss Russell,
Aye.
Miss Cavill.
Aye, motion passes. There being no further business, the board vice president declares this meeting of the Board of Education adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and good evening.
Thank you.